Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tristan channel, and as you can see I've stepped out of the sim and into my car, my Renault Clio 82 hill climb car. We're at Shelsley Walsh for round 2 of the Thornes Hill Championship run by the Midlands Auto Club. It's actually round 6, but this is the second one I can make. As you can see, it's a dry day, thank God, and this is going to be the first run of the day. The format for the day is 2 practice runs in the morning to kind of get your eye in, and then a lunch break, and then 2 competition runs in the afternoon to determine the scores. Those are the ones that count. So we all know what happened last time at Kerber. If you've watched the video, first corner I spun out and took the bumper off my car. So the plan is to take it easy on this first run, find where the grip levels are. There's a minimal grip on the track at the moment. There's been a lot of rain recently and they've taken all the rubber off from previous weekends here. So we're just getting lined up by the marshals. Again, thank you for them. Lovely work by all them all day, so thank you very much. Light goes green, 4,000 revs, nice and easy off the line. Got the traction control on from this run just to feel my way into the corner. Up to Kennel, definitely not flat rear for me on the first run. Take it easy. They've installed some barriers as well up towards the crossing, and those blue barriers there come quite close, a lot closer than you think when you're coming up through there. So flat through the crossing, and then trying to find my braking marker, which I haven't really quite found yet. So I've braked really early just before these bricks on the outside, and almost have to get on the power well before the apex, and then try and turn right over the top of it, a little bit of understeer as I come up the hill, and then powering through to the finish. And as we get through up to third gear and through the finish, so that's the first run of the day, and it was very taking it easy. That was a 41.2, which is relatively slow, but you know what, time on the board, and I didn't crash, and I was happy with that. So as we settle up at the top with great views over the Malvern district, top of Shelsley Walsh, as you can see, clouds there, but it starts to clear up over the day. So the plan for the day is to keep improving my times. Yes, obviously I'd like to win because that's a competitive racer in me, but really my aim for the day is to get under a 40 seconds. I think that's a reasonably good time. If I can get under 40 seconds by the end of my 4th run, I'd be really happy and be able to drive the car home at the end of the day. A little bit of run down now, just let it come all the way down to the bottom of the hill, follow the leader down the hill nice and safely, but you get to see what it's like the other way around. You can see actually how a bit more steeper it is when you're coming from this angle, and even these videos don't really show you how steep it is, but you know, as you can see here, the bottom edge is really steep, so just something I've got to take into account as well when I'm using the brakes, that actually I can use gravity a bit more for me. So I'm not going to do any setup changes. I've got some gas gold coilovers on the car which can allow to sit in suspension, but I'm just trying to learn the car, learn a bit better. Crowds are picking up, as you can see. A couple of fans there taking some photos of the car. The car does look good, and it's probably one of the best looking cars, even though I'm quite biased, but the livery done by Science City in Worcester is fantastic. Take this opportunity now to say thank you to sponsors: Hard Tuned, Demon Tweaks, SRG, Combact, for helping me get all this together and make the car look good and get me to this point. Traction control off, nice little wheel spin. Traction control off for the start line now. I'm going to go a bit more aggressive, as I said. We're going for that under 40 seconds. So I'm going to cut through, ready for the green light. Wait for that green. Car's going up the hill ahead of me, no red flags. Lights go green. 4,000 revs again. A lot more aggressive this time. Bit of wheel spin, but a better start line. 2.8 on that one instead of 3 seconds on the first one. Still not going flat through Kennel. Might be able to do it at the end of the day. I have dropped the tyre pressures to help with the grip. Nice and flat through crossing, really easy, using all the track up the hill. Try and find my braking point here. Brake a little bit too late. Big lock up, but managed to just trail it into the apex. Get back on the throttle. A little bit of understeer again as I come on the negative adverse camber over the top S, and then flat again, straight through to the line. Good gear changes all the way up the hill, and that was a 39.7. As you can hear, I'm very, very happy with that. So on my second run, I've achieved my target today, which is under 40 seconds. Really, really pleased with the result, which allows me then to focus on just even improving my time. So there's a load of time left as well. As you can hear me banging the steering wheel. Really, really happy with the result of that. And so I set myself a next target now of top 10. Top 10 out of the 23 competitors today would be a great finish for me. Some absolutely fantastic cars going up the hill. A couple of Renault Clears like my own. Also a Honda Integra DT2, which was rapid for the day. Also racing against RWL Motorsport, Josh Baxter in his Citroen Saxo 1600 car. Mine's a 2 litre, so I've got more power, but he's got the skill at the moment. He's been doing this for quite a while now, and he's flat out on every run, and he was aiming for an under 38 for the day. So this is the first competition run, so this is the one where it matters. Very, very nervous. Again, all I'm trying to do is improve my time, but by doing so, getting into the top 10. So I'm racing my own clock, but loads of time to make up with that first corner at Kennel, trying to go flat through there, and obviously trying to find the right braking point for the bottom S. So lights go green, revs again, tons of wheel spin on this one, actually too much I believe. 7,000 revs. How long can I hold in here? No, lifted again, but make the apex nicely. Into third before crossing. Nice and flat here, nice and tight to the edge. Can't really open the track up here because it's so narrow, it's just a country road basically. Trying to find that braking point. Hit braking point nice. Into second. Now that little squeal you heard as you come around top S, you'll be able to see it now. It's actually when I lift into second gear, so I didn't get enough revs to match the what I needed in second gear. So it's actually the slowing down of the engine that's caused that little tyre squeal. Through top S quite neatly, probably not as aggressive as I wanted to be. Good gear change to third again. Flying through the finish. Really, really happy with it. Should have made up loads of time there. Can't see the time. The timing board's not working, so I was hoping that the time had registered, which it had, and that was a 38.5, so 7/10 faster again. So really, really finding the groove of this car. Track's got a bit warmer. Lowered the pressures as well on the tyres a little bit again, just to help out. So here we are, last run of the day. Clouds have come over, it's a little bit cooler on the track. I want to try and get a bit of a better start, so I'm going to try and lower the revs after the initial lift of the clutch. I've got a load of wheel spin in that first 64 feet, so I just want to try and improve that time. I'm running about 2.8 seconds for the first 64 feet. I want to try and get that closer to 2.5, and it's quite difficult with what I've got, especially as I haven't got a diff. But all set up now by the marshals. Lights are going to go green. So I've dipped not as much revs this time, and it was exactly the same launch time, so it doesn't matter if I get all the wheel spin or drop it. Try and go flat through there. Got a ton of understeer, nearly put me into the blue. If you watch, as I try and get to the apex, I have to lift, and I go out and miss the apex. Car sounds great though. Flat through the crossing as usual, doesn't really bother me this corner. But I'm carrying a lot more speed. Fastest time of the day through this crossing, 75 mile an hour. As we hit the bottom S, again, just lift that second. Need to match the revs to try and carry the speed for that bottom S. That's where I'm losing a load of time. Bit of understeer over the top, quite aggressive. Need to turn in a little bit earlier and try and make that understeer. Doesn't help, I've got no diff and adverse camber. But through the line, and that was a 38.14, which is a great time. So happy with that time. And again, if I can just carry a bit more speed to that bottom S, I've got under 38 there, and on my first competitive day at Shelsley, I am really, really happy with how I've driven. That marshal there has been great today. I had a nice little chat to him at the top. Lovely man. So I'll just show you the results for the day. As you can see, there's all the top results: 41.24, 39.2, 38.5, and then a 38.14. So at the end of the day, I've taken 3.1 seconds off my personal best, which is great. And that's what you want to see throughout the day, just getting quicker and quicker and quicker, finding confidence within the car. So I'm starting to feel where it is. I've got 2 more events at Shelsley this year, so under that 38 is the aim for the rest of the year. As you can see, came 8th out of 23 people of the day. Some of them who are quite experienced. It's quite a diverse field. some days that time could have put me in, you know, top 5. It could have put me out the top 10. It's just who turns up on the day. I had a nice little battle with Steve Moore in his Mazda RX-8. He got a 38.11, so 3,000ths off. But a really enjoyable day. I'll be seeing him on 2nd July. Next race is at Prescott on the 18th of June. It'd be good to see a few down there. I had a few come down in May for Shelsley. So hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want to see anything else. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers.